Hi, I'm Drew D'Amelia, and today's movie is Collateral Beauty! Collateral Beauty is the most beautiful thing you will ever behold. Collateral Beauty will make all the bad things in your life retroactively become good things. Collateral Beauty will make it so you never have to have another bowel movement ever again. Collateral Beauty will allow you to ingest poison and actually gain powers instead of dying. Collateral Beauty will change the game of the entire course of your pathetic existence. Collateral Beauty will make you a deity. Collateral Beauty will make you immortal and etched into the history for fabrics and fabrics into the echelons of the future. Collateral Beauty is probably not going to stop the fucking drip in my ceiling. When I saw the trailer for Collateral Beauty, I don't usually make predictions about movies, but I could not help myself here because I felt a special connection between me and this movie. I thought, this will be so horrible that I'm going to absolutely love it. And I am happy to report that that is completely true. I left the theater with such a fucking smile on my face for what a horrendous train wreck this entire movie was. Guys, the movie is shit, but it's awesome. Now, I realize that doesn't mean the movie is going to be for everyone, and admittedly, it does have some slow parts that aren't really fun and are just simply painful, but if you've got a taste like mine, and you've got an endurance like mine, you're in for a treat. This is a ride, and a... oh my... hallelujah. So we gotta talk about the main character. The main character is chronically depressed, and the movie treats that as basically mental retardation. Like, he can no longer communicate with people. He just can't be social. He just kind of mopes around, unable to form words, not even really knowing what's going on. And he builds dominoes. He just builds domino towers, and then he knocks them over. And I'm thinking, hey, Collateral Beauty. That's not how sadness works. And maybe, unless you're like a depressed, mentally retarded person, then it might be. So if you think that's a lot to take in, there's even more to take in. Apparently his character is writing letters to death, love, and time. Just a weird combination, because you'd think, wouldn't, like, death give time all of its power, so death would just be more important than time? And even the fucking movie pointed out this exact thought that I had, so I'm thinking, you gonna do anything about that? But it was too late! I guess. And that's a lot to swallow, too. That this character has got a lot of weird stuff that's hard to buy into going on in his head, is writing letters to these entities. But, then the movie takes a twist. And listen, if you've seen the trailer, you probably know what's coming. Oh, then love and time and death, they actually show up and talk to him. No. What actually happens is the co-workers of Will Smith are getting worried because they claim to be his friends, but also, if he stays like this, then we're gonna lose the big deal! So they decide that the most ethical thing to do is to hire 3 actors to pretend to be time and death and love and trick Will Smith into thinking that they are actually there and not actors at all. And the movie tries to pass this off as being ethical, like, oh, we're trying to fix our friends or we don't know what to do, but it's, listen, we're watching this broken character, albeit broken in a stupid way, but nevertheless broken character getting pranked into being better. Like, what happens when he realizes he's been pranked? Which is what this is, just a big stupid prank. Like, is that really, like, an ethical way to treat somebody's depression? It can't be. It'd be one thing if the movie, like, pointed it out to the character, like, hey, we're gonna try this, like, role-playing thing, but no, they just decide to trick him. And also, can we just point out how wonderfully devious that trailer is? Because I didn't see that coming. I thought that the movie would actually be about love and time and death actually being there, like physical manifestations. And that's why I thought the movie was going to tank so much, because I actually thought, wow, that's a really imaginative premise. That sounds like something really cool, and it sounds really easy to fuck up. But no, they didn't even do that! Like, actors? I get, like, hey, maybe that's a new thing that we don't often see in movies like this, but maybe there's a reason for that! And if that's not enough for you, We also get to take in 3 subplots involving the 3 co-workers and the 3 actors. They all pair up to form 3 separate subplots that combine to be the bane of my existence. And I guess there's going to be brief spoilers here, so if you don't want to be spoiled, skip to this point. So the first subplot involves a man that's dying, and he happens to be paired up with the actor that's playing death. And basically, he goes, I don't want to tell my family that I'm dying, but it's obvious to everyone, including his family. Like, he winds up telling his family, hey, I'm dying, and they go, yeah, we know. So, what the fuck was the point of that? And it's amazing, because the histrionics here are just off the charts. This man is trying to tell the actors playing death, you don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like to be dying. Who are you to give me advice? Another subplot, and these just keep getting better, involve the actress playing love and a co-worker whose daughter didn't like him anymore because he cheated on her mom with another woman. And so that subplot involves the actress playing love saying, hey, if you want to philander around even more and go on a date with me, oh, you know that I do. Well, what you're going to have to do is reconnect with your daughter. Oh, you mean the daughter that's upset that I'm philandering? Sure, I would love to do that. After all, what better way to stop philandering than to philander? I was just bewildered that they... Like, yeah, do they know what they did? Then the third subplot just comes the fuck out of nowhere because apparently the other co-worker is like, I want to do artificial insemination, but I'm not sure. And then the actor playing time is like, hey! Do it! That's fucking it. It was like one fucking scene and then it was over. So like, what the fuck? They like hinted toward it like twice, but I didn't know what the fuck they were even hinting at. It was so fucking visually confusing to me. And then there's a whole other subplot that I should point out. It's Will Smith and he's kind of opening up to this counselor, this sort of like group therapy leader, a therapist, I guess you can call her. And, you know, it's... whatever, who fucking cares? There's like a speech about Collateral Beauty! Just the roller coaster of love, death and time. Hey, I know I said to skip to this point so there wouldn't be spoilers, but now there are going to be even more spoilers, so skip to this point. I could have just edited this out, but fuck you! So there's a great twist involving this therapist. Because guess what? There's a big moment at the end of the movie where Will Smith goes to the therapist's apartment, and the therapist is like, just let it all out. Say your daughter's name. And the big twist is that Will Smith has the same daughter as the therapist. That's right, the therapist is Will Smith's wife! You know why this twist didn't work at all? Because that meant in order to keep it a twist, all the scenes that came before, the movie had to present these two people like they were not an intimate couple. And it didn't make fucking sense, because if they're married and they're both grieving the loss of their daughter, which is what was happening, like the daughter died and that's why Will Smith was all fucked up, you would think that would absolutely be reflected in the way that these characters interacted with each other. Like, it would be really irresponsible to not convey that in your movie, which is what had to happen for this twist to work. The movie had to not show really pivotal and interesting details about the relationship in order to just have this, oh, look at that moment, which was, it just... The irony is that you didn't give a fuck about these characters when you realized that they were supposed to be together, because you're thinking they're both having such lackluster reactions to their daughter dying that fuck it all. I don't give a shit. That's not even it, though. There are 2 more wonderful things that happened at the ending. One is that there was a domino structure toward the very end of the movie, and it fell down on its own. But spiritually, like, Will Smith heals and the forces knocked down. It was so fucking stupid. These actors, they got paid for the work. They're getting the fuck out of here. They're out of the story. Great. Will Smith is healed. Amazing. But then there's this curveball thrown, where apparently the therapist, Will Smith's wife, when she just found out her daughter had died, she saw the actress playing death. The actress playing death consoled her. I'm thinking, well, why is she playing death earlier in the movie? Like, she's playing death in a flashback that happens before she was even hired to play Death. And I'm thinking, holy shit. Oh my god, are they going there? Are they fucking saying that these actors were actually Death, Time, and Love the whole fucking time? Because that wouldn't make any fucking sense. The thing is, in the facade, when they're tricking Will Smith, they come up with a rule saying, hey, only people that need to see us are able to see us. With those subplots, you could say that the three co-workers all needed death and time and love, respectively, in order to fix their lives. So it wasn't just Will Smith that needed healing, it was also the three of them. But there were other characters that also saw death, time, and love and learned nothing because they didn't need to learn anything. So if the big twist is that they're actually real, you as an audience member are going to assume that all the fake rules they established thereby are real rules. But to have one of the fake rules continue to be fake, but they go from being fake to being real, you could see how, without proper explanation, of which there is none, that can be entirely flummoxing. It was a fucking catastrophe, not to mention that there was even some blackmail footage gotten of Will Smith, which... yeah, talk about ethics. Showing him talking to these actors, and the three co-workers had this plan to digitally remove the actors just to continue tricking Will Smith into thinking that only he could see these actors and that they really were physical manifestations. So whoever graphically edited them had to know that they were really there and then like graphically edited them out. But there was a whole scene where they fucking disappeared. Basically, Will Smith and the therapist, they look back at a bridge and they see the three actors standing there. And then there's another shot and they're gone. It's like they disappeared into thin air. So, why didn't they just disappear out of the footage? Why'd they even need to fucking hire an editor? That was probably a lot of money. What the fuck is going on? If they fixed how Will Smith was depressed and conveyed it properly, if they made it so it was role-playing, and Will Smith was aware of this role-playing, if they made the subplots smart and not be fucking stupid, and if they kind of elaborated a little bit on how these actors could actually be real physical manifestations of the characters they were claiming to just be playing, and if they didn't do that stupid twist with the wife at the end, I actually think this could have been a really good movie. I think it has the groundwork and foundation to be a legitimately enthralling story. But that's why I love it. Because sometimes I wonder, would I have liked it better as a great movie? And then I think, well, the mistakes they made were so catastrophic that you're just left with a steaming graveyard of, like, fucking garbage. And it's such a trip. Like, I can't commend this movie enough. See Collateral Beauty, or fucking not, but it's one of the best bad movies of 2016. This has got to win all the Academy Awards. I think all the Academy Awards for the rest of the decade need to go to Collateral Beauty. That's not a fucking joke. Does this look like the face of someone that's joking? Wait, did I edit it so the footage of the trailer is playing over my face and I can't actually see my face? Fuck you, Drew. You suck at editing. Anyway, that's all for me. Now get the fuck out of my house.